Yep.
Sorry, that was a bad transition.
The court is now in session. We are here to hear the case of the close-up clapper. On one side, we have the prosecution, Brian Santora, who will argue that close-range slap shots have no business in beer league and should be seen as attempted murder by Biscuit. On the other side, we have the defendant, Rob Baskow, who claims restricting slap shots is a slippery slope toward banning fun altogether. Each side will have 1 minute to state their argument. Our jury, consisting of just Larry because Stevie got the sniffies, will then have the floor to ask questions. If there are none, they will cast their vote. If there is a tie, which today it's just up to Larry, I, your honorable judge, will be the deciding voice for the final verdict. The court would like to remind you guys that you are under oath, and any outbursts will find you in contempt. It is time for opening statements. The prosecution may begin. Brian, you have the floor.
Thanks, Your Honor. I'd just like to, go so far as to say I have been victimized multiple times by Robert of House Baskow with close-up clappers, in tight, over-the-head shots. Okay? He's reckless. It's dangerous. There's no paycheck involved. There's no added accuracy. In fact, he's been known to just take a clapper with his eyes shut, hoping to find the back of the net. Now, some of us have to go to work in the morning. We all can't be as fashionably, camera-worthy as Baskow is, rubbing elbows with NHL likes like Sidney Crosby and everyone else. Some of us have to go to our menial jobs in somewhat of 100%. Little hard to do when you got a chunk taken out of you by somebody ripping rubber at you from 4 feet away. I've seen this man who is just over 5 feet tall try and paint the ceiling while trying to put galvanized material through my torso. Your Honor, I beg at the mercy of the court, you have to side with the goaltenders on this one. It's an absolute liability on the ice for the reckless behaviors of these overachievers in beer league. The prosecution rests.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you, Brian. Well said. The defendant, Robert Baskow, you have the floor.
Honor, I would just request the court provide video evidence of the assumptions that I've been accused of.
At this time, it is hearsay.
Okay. Well, they always say, believe half of what you hear and none of what you see, right? Something like that. So possibly. I hear this word victimized a lot lately, and I think it's unfair. The goalies are very padded. They don't take mercy on me when they're making their glove saves and, trying to trip me on breakaways and, but I don't really. I'd really like to see that evidence. As with the eyes closed, you might have got me on that one. I do tend to close my eyes when I shoot. But reckless, no.
Objection, Your Honor. The inference that the defendant would have that much farther to fall if he got tripped during a breakaway is ridiculous.
Thank you.
You know what? Oh, I can't speak yet. Go ahead, Jerry.
No, jury. I gotta say, you have the floor.
I gotta say, as a player, I skate out, and I feel like Santora made a very, very compelling argument.
He actually did.
Yeah, I mean, Baskow, how are you going to defend yourself? It sounds like you're denying. It sounds like you're denying as opposed to defending your actions.
Well, no, I mean, I'm sure the accused might be righteous, but I'd like to see in the rule book where it says I can't take a slap shot from 4 feet up.
Okay. Now it's a bold move. It's a bold move.
So if I'm doing anything against the law, I would love to correct myself. Yes, we all have to get up at work in the morning. Some of us, I got to get up and play hockey. But, this is the ultimate adult hockey league. So, I mean, this isn't just your men's league, your beer league. This is real. We keep stats. This is where everybody comes, where everybody
Objection, Your Honor.
wishes to
Calls for
come.
speculation. The
So,
stats
yeah.
are never
So take it-
verified.
Yeah, I
They
know.
are verified by the player.
I'd have a lot more if they were, but
Objection overruled. They are verified by every player. You can enter a stat correction form. So
what I'm
Except for
hearing,
goalies.
based on the base arguments here, are Baskow is not doing anything against the rules, but according to Santora, he's just being an asshole.
yes,
These are the arguments that have been laid before the
Yeah.
jury here.
well,
I
I think it's been a while since I've took one in the middle of his head. So, I'm learning. We're I'm
Okay,
a
so
work
that's
in
where
progress.
that's why you're asking for evidence, because
Yeah.
you think you haven't taken it that far, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, he played the best game I've ever seen him play last time I played against him, and then I haven't seen him since. So I don't really
Right.
know where this is coming from.
So Your Honor has a question, Mr. Defendant Robert Baskow. Is it true that you do take more slap shots on certain goalies, like the prosecution, Brian Santora?
That's a tough
Is it
one.
personal? Is it
I would
personal?
say no, never personal.
Okay.
Although I do appreciate playing him when he's on his game, because he's a gamer. When he wants to be. I'll add that. But
Sucking up to the prosecution will not help you in this case.
okay, all right, then screw him.
Okay.
I mean, next time, right in the middle. But
That's fair.
I would say it depends. I would say it really just depends on my wind level at that point of the amount of slap shots that are taken.
When you say right in the middle, we're still talking about slap shots, correct?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Just want to be clear for the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, would you take if you had the opportunity, would you take a head high slap shot from the bottom of the circle right now?
Well, it's not head high. Sometimes they go that way. I'm
Okay.
like you said. I'm not a professional, so they go where they go.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty accurate. They're getting closer, but not. I don't aim. For the record, I don't aim at people's heads.
Okay.
Sometimes
They just happen to get in the way.
may
Now,
seem like
Santora,
that.
when you see Baskow, when you see Baskow winding up for a slap shot, are you concerned for your health and safety?
I'm more, the thought crossing my mind is, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Okay. And would you say most goalies would agree with you?
So I would say the longer tenured goalies all dislike in-close slap shots from that far, especially when a team is up by a lot. The younger generation, I don't know that they even know that the argument is to be made.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Understood.
So we're
Understood.
just mostly talking about in close, below the hash.
The
Not just-
close-up clapper. The
not-
close-up
not-
clapper.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Any final arguments from either of you?
I will say I've seen Baskow piss players off by taking uncalled for slap shots, so I can imagine the goalies are.
So it does get personal. I understand.
Well,
What you
I do take. I have. I use caution when I do it. Like I could, which kind of probably cost us the game the other day on an off topic, because, one of their guys wanted to, Nesper comes out, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to hit the guy, but I'm trying to win the game here. So I shot around them, but it wasn't the best play because it missed the net.
Oh boy,
Uh-oh.
It
we
sounds
lost him.
predatory to me, Your Honor.
All right.
I feel like he's going
It
to
does.
randomly come back in and start talking. But, Jerry, I have to ask you,
Yes.
what is the punishment for perjury? Because Baskow's saying his slap shots are unintentional.
Yeah.
The problem
sounds
is
reckless
I'm
to
sitting
me.
on the jury, but I have firsthand. I'm a firsthand witness as well. I'm not just on the jury. I'm a witness as well. So
Kind of victimized.
Sounds
really.
reckless to me, is what it
Okay.
sounds like. Robert Baskow is a force. And for everybody's safety, we may have to look a little deeper into this, into his motive.
yeah,
But he's not on to defend himself. So I think
His face.
we should just go for closing arguments from Brian. Do you have any?
I gotta say, I think Santora was winning this anyway, but let's hear it.
I will say this. I am not opposed to a semi-enclosed slap shot. If you wind up at the face-off dot, maybe a little higher than that. If you're trying to win a game, you're down by one. I get it. You want to win. You want to try and, slam dunk one. It's part of the game. But the biggest argument from the goaltending union is in tight slap shots where there's really no need for it. You could get off a snapshot or a wrist shot. It's just as dangerous to go, just as easy to go in the net. But unfortunately, we get some Cowboys that want to look good for LiveBarn, and they're trying to tear open a hole in space, and that is where the argument lies.
Okay. Robert, welcome back.
Thank you.
Do you have any closing arguments?
I get a lot of slack, but if you guys knew where I was coming from with it, there was nothing. And I think if Steve was here, he'd really appreciate this, because when I was growing up, there was nothing like John LeClair coming down the off wing and just coming down and tweaking a slapper, right over the glove. I'm just trying to relive my childhood. This is the ultimate adult hockey league. It's where dreams are made. Some are broken. But ultimately, we're just
Some
here.
of us are trying not to meet our deductibles.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. That's fair. Okay.
All right, Jerry.
Juror number 1, Larry. Have you come to a decision?
You know what? I'm gonna have to call this inconclusive. I want to hear your ruling on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After careful consideration of the arguments presented by both sides, this court has reached a decision in the case of the close-up clapper. It is the ruling of the court that agreed that there are no rules against it, but there are unwritten rules. And I think in order to keep slap shots great again, it is imperative to keep them above the circle.
Boom.
That is the ruling of the court.
Now, this is coming from a judge that's been playing hockey for all of
That is the ruling of the court, I
Wow.
said.
Well, I don't really
One more.
Hold him in contempt.
You know,
Hold him
One
in contempt.
security.
more.
Security
You
and
You will
escort-
be in
escort
contempt of the
this-
court,
Yeah.
Mr. Baskow.
You
You will be in contempt.
This is ridiculous.
Your Honor, can I be excused?
Oh,
I got to go
Sir,
get
I
shot
believe
at.
you should open up your eyes. Yes, absolutely. And hopefully it is above the circle with the slap shot.
Court has been dismissed.
Court
Thank you,
adjourned.
boys.
See you
Head
guys.
high.